Okay, welcome to a 1v1 on Gleize Breakout. This is going to be Sppouk and momo4sho. We've got US forces in the south, Sppouk playing as Ostherr in the north. Airborne, infantry, rifle versus close air support, mechanized assault, and elite troops, which is probably like the three scariest Ostherr commanders you can field. So he came to this game planning to win. So did momo4sho, bringing airborne and rifle company, of course. Do you guys know how long I've played this game? Do you know how many hours worth of habits I have established? I can't just switch my hotkeys. The muscle memory is way too ingrained. There's no... I've memorized every single hotkey. I've gone too far. There's no turning back. Yes? Pioneers making their way towards the left, and we're going to see extra Pio. Sppouk's opening. momo4sho going with rifle company. Going to start fielding vet rifles and going to split his troops up pretty far apart from each other here. Rear echelons and rifles going left. They're going to encounter Pios and Grens. Should be able to win. Assuming all goes well. Elite rifles have just been fielded. And a second squad of grenadiers is on the way. Squad of riflemen is making its way towards the right side.
Area's ours.
I know grid keys are better. I'm well aware that by moving my hand all the way over to the U key, I'm like losing precious micro time. I can't unlearn that. This game is frustrating enough without none of my hotkeys memorizations working.
We got orders coming.
We're gonna see an early mortar from the Ostherr this game. Pretty good choice on La Gleize. I think I approve of that. I've seen mortars on this map pay off a lot, and if you can get a super lucky squad wipe on a rifle squad with that mortar, you'll be in a good spot. There's so many buildings. You can put it really close to your base without having it be in danger and still contribute to engagements. I think this is a good map for the mortar. But of course it does limit your ability to cap and limit your ability to engage, so might make sense to get an extra squad, bearing that in mind. I like the extra Pio purchase as well because it gives him a lot of flamethrower potential. Get 2. He only wants 1. He can still get a minesweeper later on if his opponent goes tier 1, which he won't probably because he's rifle company. Or he will. Never mind. Rifle company into a lieutenant. That's dangerous, but okay. It will, of course, deny him access to the anti-tank gun, meaning his only source of anti-tank will be M20 mines and Easy 8s, which, if he can secure early map control, will be fine. If he can't, maybe not. Pretty bad engagement for these riflemen. Wow, they take a lot of damage before getting into close range on those Grens. They're gonna win the engagement, but they take a lot of damage during that. Volley fire activated on those grenadiers on their flank, and the grenadiers are firing at riflemen in the house instead of at those rear echelon troops. So that volley fire definitely would have suppressed them if they had not retreated. It's definitely right to just get out of that engagement once he realized he was focusing the wrong squad down. Vet rifles on the right side might take those piles if they're not being monitored, but they'll retreat just in time. We're gonna see 2 squads take control of the strategic and munitions points there. Tellermine going down pretty early. Might be a sign of close air support. Let's see what he chooses to do. He's up to 3 grenadiers, 2 Pios. No upgrades on any of his squads yet. Might just be a safety Tellermine to protect against the M20, which is in production now. Definitely not a bad idea. This is exactly what you should not do, by the way, if your opponent has fielded an early mortar. Clump in yellow cover with no health remaining. Oh god. Retreat! That is asking for it. There they go. Okay. That was a squad wipe right there if he hadn't retreated. Pretty much guarantee it. This squad won't fare a whole lot better, honestly. Green cover or no cover against that mortar. None of this yellow cover clumping. Bad. Wow, apparently that M20 magically did not hit that teller mine. I didn't see the route it took. It probably missed it by a hair. Either that or it took, maybe it went up this way. I'm not sure. Was that a squad wipe? No, it was not a squad wipe. Rifleman will retreat away from that mortar, though, which is up to some mysterious number of kills. 5. Wow, not bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Do you see this? That M20 is gonna die. I think the M20 mine might blow up too. It's good. Did it? No, okay. M20 goes down. Fortunately, the M6 anti-tank mine was not quite close enough for that M20 to die. Worthwhile purchase on the teller mine, though. He's definitely validated on that munitions expenditure, and now the first flamethrower is going to come out, and he's going to get a 221. The 221, or 222 rather, is kind of used to manage the threat of the M20, usually against US forces. Since he just destroyed it, I might not even bother fire him. But his opponent's queuing up a second M20, so he's actually, without even knowing it, making a good decision.
Scout car has arrived.
Oh, the lieutenant's dead. You're right, that was a squad wipe then right there, wasn't it? Thank you, chat. Good call. Rifleman right here. Need to do some reinforcement. These riflemen aren't going to last against that flamethrower. They're going to have to get out of there. Rear echelon troops in the house trying to get a little bit of light damage to the grenadiers right there. And rear echelons in a building actually do pretty okay damage over time. They can whittle a grenadier squad down. Takes a while, but they'll drop some models. They'll definitely engage cost effectively in that situation, so. I mean, there's not very many situations where you can use rear echelon troops combat effectively, so. If you do find an opportunity, it's good to capitalize on it. Second M20 is on the field here by the strategic point. And these riflemen are making their way into that building, scare off some pyos. And still no commander selection from Sppouk. No close air support, and he does have the command points for redistribute resources with close air support. Is what he's going to do. But, now he's the one who's lucky to not be hitting any anti-tank mines over there. Although personally, when a scout car hits an M6 anti-tank mine, I almost feel like that's a waste. It's only 60 munitions, not that expensive, but I mean, compared to like a Tiger or something, for the same price, you don't get nearly the value. That being said, in this aggressive placement, decent chance it's going to get swept up if something doesn't hit it. No minesweeper over here, he's got the munitions for it, spending a bunch of munitions on other things for now though. M20 does have skirts, so it can semi-safely engage with that 222 right there. .222 dealing light damage to infantry, but nothing too serious yet. American player really struggling for map control though. He's up 3
A capture point.
3 command points, so we can get flamethrowers and start winning these infantry engagements at medium range, especially against non-upgraded grenadiers, maybe also against panzer grenadiers. But doesn't have that much munitions. Now that he's spent 140 munitions on armor skirts, doesn't have that much munitions for flamethrowers. Not to mention 60 more on that mine, which he's not gotten a return on that investment yet. Riflemen without flamethrowers are powerless against those grens in the building. These riflemen making their way up the right side. Should be able to push away those grenadiers. These will simply retreat as well. Doesn't even try for that engagement. He's probably going to lose it, unless he could secure building control. And even then, not a great chance. M20 is forced to pop smoke. This could be a dead scout car here. Pops out the bazooka. If he can get the anti-tank rifle grenade off, that scout car is almost certainly dead. Oh, where's he going? It doesn't even matter, actually. Okay. He actually did land it for what it's worth. He did land the anti-tank rifle grenade, so even if it hadn't gone down to small arms fire, wasn't leaving anything to chance. It didn't go off, so he saved the munitions. And just the ability highlighted there for a second before he canceled it, so that was a guaranteed kill on that scout car. That was a late reaction on this rifleman squad over here. I wasn't sure they were going to get away. I'm surprised that Panzer Grenadier squad didn't just shred that. This squad's probably also going to be forced to retreat, falling low from mortar fire. And your echelon troops are going to retreat there. IOs taking control of that fuel over there on the left.
Good to go.
M20 has taken out the 222, get some repairs.
Alright, you dopes, listen up.
These squads are gonna heal up there by the ambulance. Grenadiers will retreat from that 222. American player still hurting from map control, mostly because of the lack of upgrades on his riflemen. No flamethrowers, no BARs, nothing. Lack of munitions is now easily attributed to the fact that he doesn't have any territory, including both of the munitions points.
There's a major reporting for action.
He doesn't do something about that soon, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Still no minesweeper on this squad. Not a whole lot of upgrades either. The 222 upgrade costs a decent amount of munitions, but I'm not sure where all the munitions is going for Sppouk. Trying to check for mines getting planted, but I don't see any. So I don't know. Oh, he's got a medic station here in the base. That's 60. And G43 is cooking, so that's where it all went. Riflemen making their way over to the left side fuel. These riflemen are going to take control of the munitions point right there. M20 looking for opportunities, should be able to force a retreat from that Grenadier squad, and the first AT guns rolling onto the field now. At 13 minutes, it's a little bit late. But since he's had such good map control, and he destroyed the first M20 Teller mine, he knows he has a little bit of wriggle room. He also knows that the second M20 is going to delay things by an extra minute or so. And the timing on that AT gun is not bad. Another M6 anti-tank mine right there from Momo. Got two of them on the field. And those G43s do signify a doctrine selection. We have elite troops from Sppouk. Gonna try and make it to the Tiger Ace this game, which is extremely potent on this map and against US forces, so if he can make it, he'll be in a really good position as long as he supports it with minesweepers. Prevent it from getting immobilized on one of these M6 anti-tank mines. Lasting that long is not necessarily always easy, but he's actually had a very solid early game. Losing a little bit of map control now, but since none of these riflemen have been upgraded with flamethrowers yet, and he is upgrading with G43s and he's got a flamethrower of his own, should be able to maintain pretty good map control, pending some flamethrower upgrades on these riflemen, maybe. Squad's forced to retreat from an engagement there on the right side. Ooh, not a good engagement for those riflemen. Two flame crits in one burst. Just not monitoring the engagement. There he goes. Late retreat, but preserves the squad. AT gun moves up to fire on that M20. Riflemen screening. Might want to retreat those soon. He overextends them. Could get picked off by G43s. They still have a little health remaining. Not really a very good chance of him stealing that anti-tank gun. He successfully screened away the pack. I would just pull those back at this point. Although if he does fully decrew it and save that squad, the manpower bleed he inflicts might be more than his manpower losses.
The enemy has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
He tries to steal. I think he might lose a full squad. Oh god. There's no way that's getting away. Fortunately, the G43s in this building retreated away from M20, so they will probably survive. If the G43s were still in that house right now, I think that would be a dead squad. M20 did a good job forcing that Grenadier squad away to make sure that wouldn't happen. Panzer Grenadiers making their way up over here on the left will take control of this fuel, and Ulster map control continues to be completely dominant because the US forces doesn't have any infantry upgrades. Although the munitions is getting spent on a ton of M6 anti-tank mines, so he is preparing very well for the Tiger Ace, which he suspects could be Lightning War, and he hasn't used any other features. Ooh, squad wipe from the Sherman as soon as it hits the field. That was a nice shot. So it could be Lightning War, but just in case, we're going to see all munitions pretty much invested into M6 anti-tank mines, and the Ulster player is off to a terrible start against this Sherman, wiping 2 Grenadier squads almost immediately. American players should be able to get some map control thanks to that early win. Or not early, but...
Sherman, ready for action.
On the hook over here! Area's ours. Sherman, taking fire!
Sppouk has gone with tier 3.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And he actually could have gotten a tank a little while ago, a minute ago. Not sure why he hasn't. He could buy one right now, in fact. Maybe he'd rather get an AT gun or something? I don't know.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
American player with those 2 squad wipes gets the entire left side under control.
Pioneers ready for anything.
He is in much better shape right now. Lots of repairs going up on that Sherman.
We are losing a sector.
And riflemen are taking up a position inside this building. Gonna let the victory point wait for a little while, try and push away those G43s. Sherman is done being repaired and is recruit. Rear echelons take up a position inside this house for now. Sherman moves to force the retreat right there. AT gun screening. Sherman will pull back to safety. Panzer Grenadiers get into short range on those riflemen. With flamethrower support, those riflemen won't last long. And there they go. Over here on the left side, G43s are going to wipe that. Well, that was a late retreat. Looks like they got hit by a mortar, bringing them dangerously low, dangerously fast. G43s in the house will probably win an engagement against that rifle squad if they get hit by that mortar as well. Mortar's up to 16 kills. Oh, the American, look how undefended that is. I would try and go for a steal with my rifleman. M6 anti-tank mine is narrowly avoided by that Panzer IV. Again, I cannot believe that thing has not been swept or hit. It's in such a prominent location. Although that situation may change soon. What is that M20 doing though? Dying, I guess. I think. I don't know what the Panzer IV is doing. Only fire. Bazooka shot connects with the Panzer IV. Riflemen in the middle, not really doing much. The G43s in this building have pushed away those rifles. Will retreat themselves. Sherman moves up to try and chase the P4 over the M6 anti-tank mine. Oh, there it goes. Nice, nice play by the American player, although let's be careful not to lose that Sherman. Apparently he doesn't even know what happened. Which is funny because he killed an M20 with a mine in that exact spot earlier. Apparently he's not aware. The American player landed a mine. You know what the greatest thing about mines is? If you lose a tank to a mine, it's probably the least frustrating way to lose a vehicle. It's probably the least frustrating way to lose something is if you hit a mine. You're like, wow, I got outplayed. That was all skill. I'm not mad about it at all.
Standing by.
We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
Riflemen moving up, and they will take out
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
that mortar. He should definitely go for the steel. That Ulster mortar is such a powerful weapon on this map. He could get away with that so easy. I don't know what he's doing.
Is ready for assignment.
Before he can push up.
Oh my god. No, now it's too late. He messed that up. That was a free mortar.
The enemy is taking our
That was
territory.
a huge opportunity. Did not capitalize on. More mines going down. momo4sho keeping his munitions at 0 and spending it all on only M6 anti-tank mines and Sherman 50 cal. Certainly happy with the return on investment he got out of that one.
Supply are disrupted.
But that P4 hitting that initial mine is definitely going to put the fear of mines into his opponent. Minesweeper's already been upgraded on this Pio squad. He's going to sweep that one easily. And as long as he escorts all of his future tanks with that Minesweeper,
Opponents are seizing a sector.
it shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. So now what's most important for the American player to do is to hunt down and kill Minesweeper squads with his Sherman. More important to do that than to kill Grenadiers, really. You can keep those Minesweepers off the field. You can keep your opponent scared of hitting them.
Our sector.
Really limit his tank's movements. Or kill an enemy tank, which is obviously the objective. Grenadier squad falling low. Top mount 50 cal. Almost wipes the squad. Having some pathing issues right here. He's got to pop smoke just to be safe. Anti-tank gun will not utilize attack ground, and the Sherman does get to safety. Riflemen over here taking control of this territory.
The sector has
Io's
been
taking
cut
control
off.
of this sector over here on the right, and the 2nd Panzer IV has been fielded.
We are losing a sector.
That's everyone. Grenadiers ready. Enemies around.
Looted hose, it is always worth it as U.S. forces to steal team weapons against Ulster. The PaK anti-tank gun is extremely powerful. The Ulster mortar, especially on this map, is so good. It was Vet 2 and had 16 kills, and you can take it for free. You get more powerful, and your opponent gets weaker. There's honestly nothing more important than stealing team weapons as U.S. forces. It's the biggest strategic advantage, really, that you can grant yourself
Our opponents are seizing a
through
sector.
tactics alone.
The territory is out of contact.
Well, all the AT guns have their own advantages. If you need range, the American AT gun is better. If you need firepower, the PaK is better, especially for the stun. Target weak point is insane, like so good. So good. Jackson on the field here from the American player will be an effective counter to that Panzer IV. M6 anti-tank mines aside. Anti-tank grenade does not penetrate there on the frontal armor of that Panzer IV. Panzer Grenadier squad wiped by the Sherman over there on the right side. Nice play. Riflemen are cutting it close though inside that building. It's coming dangerously close to collapse. They should probably get out of there. Sherman on the flank of the anti-tank gun here and wants to clear out that Vet 2 bonus if possible. And it looks like it will be successful. Pretty aggressive push with that Sherman, considering it hit a teller mine on this road before. It's kind of a risky play. He has a huge opening right here to destroy that Panzer IV, though, with his Jackson if he chases aggressively. And it looks like he wants to. He just switched to armor-piercing rounds. Sherman's giving chase, but the Jackson's not. Oh, I misread that. He wasn't gonna give chase. He just wanted to destroy that AT gun, which, again, was, I think, silly to do since he had infantry right here to steal it.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
That would have been the easiest steal ever, and it would have had a pack with which to combat his opponent's tanks, and that's extremely useful when you didn't go captain tier and aren't even able to make anti-tank guns. Which he didn't, and isn't. So kind of a shame to destroy that. Definitely could have stolen that. But better to destroy than leave it there, so. It's just a decision that I don't agree with, but either way. Rifleman over here, taking control of the munitions point. Vet 2 Sherman with its excellent mobility will easily get away from that Panzer IV, and the Jackson, of course, is screening. Won't prevent that Panzer IV from being aggressive whatsoever. We still have an M6 anti-tank mine there. I think the one over here on the right side probably got swept up. Nope, still there. He detected it, but he couldn't find an opportunity to sweep it. The Ulster player has lost almost all forces. Anti-tank gun's gone. Only 2 squads of Grenadiers left. Pios, 4. Of course, he's floating manpower, and fully intends, as far as I can tell, to bring in that Tiger Ace. And hopefully he's going to get one more squad of Pios. Well, it doesn't look like he's going to, but he should. He should definitely get one more squad of Pios and throw a minesweeper on it, because if he doesn't, then he's just going to be just hoping for the best, I guess. He doesn't hit an M6 anti-tank mine. If he hits an M6 anti-tank mine with a Jackson on the field, he'll pretty much lose the game. Second Jackson in production, just to prepare for that Tiger Ace. With that stun grenade, it is pretty much guaranteed that the Tiger Ace is coming, by the way. If you see stun grenades and G43s, that's elite troops, no question.
Tank destroyer is ready for action. The capture point is under attack. Enemy tank is cutting a shot. Target down.
Nice play over there on the left of that Sherman, taking out that squad.
We're losing a capture point. I need cover.
And there's the Tiger Ace. Locates the Vet 2 Sherman. As soon as it hits the field, it's got high explosive rounds equipped. Oh! Wow, the Tiger Ace just shocked the Panzer IV by accident. Ouch. Tiger Ace is going to disengage. Jackson's move up, snipe the Panzer IV. I feel like he definitely should have chased and finished off that Sherman. He didn't kill his own tank. I don't think he did any damage to it. He shocked it, but I don't think it did any respectable damage. Jackson's killed it. 2 Jacksons moved up to finish it off. I don't know. That was kind of hard to. You might have to watch that on YouTube in slow motion just to really understand what happened. I didn't see if it took any damage or not. Tiger Ace just took a monstrous amount of damage from those Jacksons. Wow, and he's just gonna surrender. Doesn't have a minesweeper pile. Doesn't have a way to take on those 2 Jacksons. Doesn't have any infantry left. And without even losing the Tiger Ace, just concedes. Good game. Allies win. Although, rough start. Rough start for the Allies, in part because of the failure to manage the mortar team, which wiped the lieutenant and possibly more than that. I would encourage this US player to steal more Ulster weapons given the opportunity, and to purchase upgrades on his riflemen. 29 minutes into the game, especially his rifle company, no bars, no flamethrowers, so I feel like those 2 areas could use improvement, and then I would definitely improve his game, especially on maps like Gleize Breakout. As for the Ulster player, thought he had a really strong opening. I thought his first anti-tank gun was a little bit late. I really liked his usage of the Teller mine right there. But really struggled with the initial Sherman. That Sherman wiped a lot of infantry at the end of this game. 32 kills. So, a few more teller mines might have been nice. And of course, he really needed to improve his own usage of minesweepers, losing his first Panzer IV to M6 anti-tank mine. So that's my thoughts on that game.